The Chinese entertainment world has been thrown into a frenzy again, and this time, it all started with a single Weibo post. On a quiet Sunday evening, Shu Kai, the heartthrob known for his smoldering looks and versatile acting chops, dropped a cryptic, emotional-laden poem on his Weibo. There were no tags. No photos. No context. Just a few haunting lines that have since sparked an internet-wide wildfire of speculation. Was this about love lost? Hidden pain? Or, more shockingly, was it about Tan Songyun? Yun? The post read, "A star once danced in my winter sky, but snow fell too fast. And I watched it fade. Without ever asking why. That was all it took." Within minutes, the comments section erupted. Fans, gossip pages, and industry insiders dove headfirst into analysis mode, dissecting every syllable, every punctuation mark. What followed was a storm of emotional theories, old interviews resurfaced, deleted photos analyzed, and one burning question on everyone's lips. Was Shu Kai finally confessing to something or someone from his past? The poem might have seemed innocent on its own, but this wasn't just any post. It came at a time when rumors about Shu Kai and Tan Songyun, once co-stars and long rumored to have shared something more, had quietly started making their way back into the limelight. The two had starred together in the fan-favorite drama The Legends of the Moonlight Courtyard, a project that, according to insiders, changed the dynamics between them forever. Their on-screen chemistry had set off fireworks, but it was their off-screen moments, stolen glances, private rap party whispers, and those long car rides captured by sharp-eyed paparazzi that painted a picture much deeper than mere co-workers. 4 months after filming ended, they were spotted together, subtle, quiet appearances. Coffee shops, bookstores, a rumored getaway to Hangzhou that both their agencies denied. But then, like a sudden winter storm, everything went silent. No more photos. No interviews mentioning each other. No interactions on social media. Just silence. And now, Shu Kai posts this poem. The line "A star once danced in my winter sky." Fans were quick to point out that Tan Songyun's name, Songyun, literally means pine melody, a poetic way to describe a star-like presence in nature. Others brought up the infamous behind-the-scenes footage where Shu Kai called Tan Songyun his warmth during hard days on set. Some fans claimed they remembered how he once said in an interview, "She's like a light, calming and steady. You don't realize how much you rely on it until it's gone." At the time, it seemed like a general statement about his co-star. Now, fans are no longer so sure. But perhaps the most shocking theory came from a former production assistant who chose to remain anonymous. In a now viral audio clip, the assistant claimed that something major happened between Shu Kai and Tan Songyun near the end of filming. There was tension. It wasn't the usual disagreement about scenes. It was emotional. Shu Kai looked shattered one night. He kept asking her to stay behind after the final shoot. She left without saying goodbye. This cryptic memory now has a fresh spotlight. Could Shu Kai's poem have been a confession of regret? A missed chance at love? Or, worse, a heartbreak that still lingers? Adding fuel to the fire, Tan Songyun, known for her grace and avoidance of drama, liked a fan post just hours after Shu Kai's poem went viral. The post read, "Timing is everything. Some hearts don't move on, they just stay silent." It was soon unliked, but not before fans grabbed screenshots. By the next morning, Chinese media outlets were flooded with questions. Neither Shu Kai's team nor Tan Songyun's agency gave a direct answer. In fact, Shu Kai's manager went completely off-grid, refusing all interview requests. Tan Songyun's representatives gave only a vague, "Miss Tan has no comment on social media activity at this time." But the silence only intensified the buzz. Fan theories escalated into obsession. Threads on Weibo and Douban were flooded with timelines, matching outfits, similar photo backgrounds from 2023, and detailed breakdowns of their last public interaction at an award show. It was at that event that Shu Kai was seen clapping a little too enthusiastically during Tan Songyun's acceptance speech, and where, eagle-eyed fans noted, Tan glanced at him briefly before her smile faded. The tension was real, but what caused the rift? Some believe it was scheduling conflicts. Others hint at industry pressure, the type that breaks even the strongest connections. But a faction of fans believe there was a deeper betrayal. A quiet choice that one of them made, leaving the other behind. One fan even dug up a 2024 interview where Shu Kai was asked, "Do you believe in second chances?" His response, "Only if both people are brave enough to admit what went wrong." The layers keep unraveling. As more drama-fueled shows air and on-screen couples come and go, Shu Kai and Tan Songyun's story, real or not, has struck a chord that goes beyond celebrity gossip. It feels raw, real, and heartbreakingly human. Even fellow celebrities started chiming in. Popular singer Lee Xian reposted Shu Kai's poem with a single candle emoji, a symbol often used to show support during emotionally tough times. Actress Yang Zi commented under a now-deleted fan post, "Some stories are too delicate for cameras. Doesn't mean they didn't happen." Now, the pressure is on Shu Kai. He's yet to follow up on the post. He hasn't deleted it, which fans take as a sign that he wants it to remain a digital monument to a moment he refuses to bury. And then came the second twist. Exactly 48 hours after the initial poem, Shu Kai changed his Weibo profile song to an acoustic version of "If I Could Tell Her," a ballad about unspoken feelings, missed chances, and loving someone from afar. That song choice alone sent fans spiraling again. The comment section beneath the track, flooded with heartbreak emojis, quotes from his poem, and pleas from fans begging him to reach out to Tan Songyun. Some even organized a trending hashtag campaign, #ShuKaiTellHer, urging him to make amends publicly or reach out in private, whichever way he chooses. Others are calling for Tan Songyun to respond. Whether to put an end to the rumors or to offer her side of the story, fans just want closure, even if it's bittersweet. But maybe that's not what either of them wants. Maybe Shu Kai's poem was his way of letting go without reopening old wounds. Or maybe, just maybe, it was the first step toward something new. Not reconciliation. Not rekindling. But healing. Because sometimes, words left unspoken weigh the heaviest. And in a world where stars are born under the harsh lights of cameras, sometimes the truest emotions only slip through in poems, deleted likes, and songs that play in the background while the rest of the world watches, guesses, and hopes. So, was Shu Kai's poem about Tan Songyun? Or was it about the regret of never saying what he really felt when it mattered the most? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, whatever happened between Shu Kai and Tan Songyun isn't just a memory in the past. It's a story still unfolding. And the world is watching. The storm Shu Kai started with just 4 lines of poetry has not only refused to calm, it's grown louder, deeper, and more emotional. Fans across China and beyond are convinced now more than ever, the poem wasn't just an artistic expression. It was a confession. And at the center of it all stands one name, Tan Songyun. But what's even more mind-blowing? Sources close to both stars have started leaking subtle, yet explosive details that suggest Shu Kai may have been carrying this burden of silence for much longer than fans ever imagined. Shortly after the poem went viral, a well-respected entertainment reporter known only as Ms. L dropped a bombshell during a late-night livestream. Her words left viewers speechless. That poem was written months ago. I've seen earlier drafts. Shu Kai's team debated for weeks whether he should post it. It wasn't meant for the public, it was meant for her. The livestream was quickly taken down, but not before fans captured screen recordings, sharing them across Weibo, TikTok, and Ziro Hongshu like wildfire. The internet exploded. If this poem was meant for Tan Songyun, why now? Why in public? Digging deeper, fans began reanalyzing Tan Songyun's recent behavior. Just 3 days before Shu Kai's post, she had attended a fashion gala in Shanghai. She looked stunning in white, a symbol of closure or perhaps peace, but noticeably absent from every afterparty. One video captured her alone in her car, staring at her phone for minutes before the driver pulled away. Was she reading the poem before the world even saw it? More intense still was the resurfaced behind-the-scenes footage from their Legends of the Moonlight Courtyard set, footage that had been archived by die-hard fans but never taken seriously until now. In one scene, while reviewing a script together, Shu Kai appears visibly distracted. He's looking at Tan Songyun, not the script. He opens his mouth to speak, hesitates, and then just shakes his head with a sigh. She notices, gives him a soft smile, and gently nudges his arm. No words. Just silence and understanding. Looking back, fans now believe this wasn't acting. It was real. As the frenzy grew, a fan account known as @KayunMemories posted what would become the most talked about edit of the week, a side-by-side timeline comparing Shu Kai and Tan Songyun's Weibo captions from 2023 to 2025. Words like cold mornings, missed trains, and stars that burn too quietly appeared eerily, often almost like they were speaking to each other through time. Then came the biggest twist. A source within a Beijing publishing house claimed Shu Kai had submitted a personal writing piece, a literary short about a character who loses a girl after failing to tell her how he felt. The girl is described as a melody that lingers in silence. The title? Winter Sky. The same phrase from his poem. Was this just another coincidence, or was Shu Kai subtly preparing the world for his emotional confession all along? Fans were now convinced that whatever happened between him and Tan Songyun wasn't just a passing spark, it was a full-blown story, filled with untold emotions, near misses, and what ifs that had haunted both for years. One comment under his original poem summed it up perfectly. Some love stories don't need a happy ending. They just need to be told. Even if it's through poetry. As the days passed, Shu Kai remained completely silent. He didn't post. Didn't comment. Didn't delete the poem either. It sat there, pinned like an open wound on his profile, as if daring the world to keep guessing. And then, on the 6th day, something happened that had fans gasping in disbelief. At exactly 11:11 p.m., Shu Kai changed his Weibo background image, a quiet gesture most wouldn't notice. But his fans did. The photo? A blurry snapshot of a pine tree in winter, backlit by a distant star. No one knows who took it, but pine trees. Songyun. It couldn't be a coincidence. That same night, an anonymous source claiming to be from Tan Songyun's stylist team dropped another cryptic message in a private fan chat group. She read it. She cried. That's all I'll say. Now the conversation shifted again. Was Tan Songyun preparing her own response? Would she post something cryptic in return? Or would she choose silence like she always had? A wave of mixed emotions swept through fandoms. Some begged for them to reunite, others urged the media to give them space. But no one could deny it anymore. The connection between Shu Kai and Tan Songyun was real, even if hidden, even if fractured. Adding more fuel to the emotional fire, Shu Kai's longtime friend and fellow actor, Bai Jingting, posted a subtle, but telling message the next morning. If you love someone, don't wait for winter. Some things melt before you speak. Was this his way of urging Shu Kai to finally speak his truth? Or a warning not to let regret become his only companion? As of now, both Shu Kai and Tan Songyun have kept quiet. No official statements. No clarifications. But sometimes, the loudest conversations happen in silence, in poems, in photos of pine trees, in songs that play when no one's watching. And that's exactly what makes this entire saga so heartbreakingly compelling. It's not a manufactured scandal. It's not a PR stunt. It's something real, emotional, and raw that slipped through the cracks of fame. Whatever happens next, one thing is clear: Shu Kai's poem didn't just open a door to his past, it opened the hearts of millions who have loved silently, regretted deeply, or waited too long to say the right words. And maybe, just maybe, Tan Songyun has been waiting for those words all along. Because some stars don't burn out. They just wait to be seen again. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more exclusive celebrity deep dives and heart-stopping update. Your support helps us bring you the most dramatic and emotional celebrity stories every week.